Welcome to Egon, Russia. Since I'm trapped in Finland for a while, for now, I'm gonna do a little stream. Today is Mayday, day before Mayday. So this is the day everybody's drunk in a few hours, not yet, but we'll see a little bit something, maybe something. Well, and then later on at night, this happens in the streets. Anyways, this is funny because a small version, which is conveniently turned into the corner, is located in St. Petersburg. It's turned into a corner of, what's the area? Ligovsky Prospect. Go check out my live stream. From St. Petersburg, one of the previous streams. All right, guys. I just had to buy extra battery for my camera, and now we're gonna go on. This is like over there is very familiar place because of the border, Finnish border being illegally closed. I have to travel through Estonia, and that's over there at the end of it. That's the place where the the terminal port to Tallinn is. Marco, have a nice Vappu as well. What the fuck, the guys. People forget that even though this is a dead city, there are some people here and there, so you have to drive still with your eyes open. Yes. This is semi-historical, actually. I think this is like some kind of docks. Not docks, I think. Like this is where all goods came, maybe in the earlier half of 1900s. But this place here is otherwise pretty expensive. It's they are expanding. They're building their more land to accommodate new buildings. So right now it's kind of boring, but if you would be interested, the neighborhoods is definitely something that, well, maybe Russians I would be interested in, maybe some other people around the world as well. Hello, Lauri. I'm just doing a small live. I haven't been doing lives because I'm super busy with my editing. I try to, before I go for a little trip, I hope I can get some. What else? I hope I can get some. My not the previous Moscow trip, but the one before covered. I have 7 vlogs from my 3-day Moscow trip, plus some extra videos. And this here, by the way, if you're in Helsinki, in Jätkäsaari, right there, is a nice sky bar. Well, not sky bar. Well, yeah, nice views over there. Very nice bar for nice views over the Gulf of Finland. Where are you going? Right now, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go towards city center. I'm gonna show you a little bit what's going on here. Nothing crazy yet. It gets wilder around 6, before 6, and after 6 up till night. People are gonna be drinking and pissing. Some more, some less. But oh my god, we're on the wrong side. Actually, we're on the right side because the other side is under renovation. Anyways, here's the nice hotel with a nice bar on top, for sure. And a little bit further, you're gonna have historical Russian and Russian-Finnish Orthodox cemetery. That's where I was actually. And all my Finnish-Russian heritage series is on my own playlist on YouTube. It's called Russian Finland. I do have also Finnish St. Petersburg series, guys. This is totally crazy. Anyways, and this onwards from here, you're gonna see a nice view, by the way, in a second. You got Ruoholahti. That's a pretty okay place to live. Basic, but because of quite central location, not far from the center, It's a bit on the uphill side. But the one we left just, Jätkäsaari, is definitely better one. Right here starts basically maybe Ruoholahti, I would say. Check it out. One of the rare canal, I think the only canal maybe. No, there's a couple of canals, but like literally couple. This is a canal leading to Gulf of Finland. And yeah, it's super cold still. So I don't know, you won't see people here. In the center, you're gonna see some student coveralls. And if you don't know me, I'm a seasoned student culture, well, expert, I guess, promoter from previous career. I do have vast information about student coveralls. Have promoting Finnish student culture, which has its heritage in well, a lot of German influences, and of course mainly Swedish. Main thing is Swedish. I don't know about, well, yeah, he looked Indian. Well, yeah, but I wouldn't say Indians are everywhere. And in Finland, Indians are tourists, or some of them, and the rest are working. But if you're talking about Romanian gypsies, that's a whole different story, guys. So, right. This is we're gonna go this way towards Kamppi, and this is really close to the center. You're like 10 minutes away from the city, the main city center. That's why, guys, when I tell you about St. Petersburg, that I love it. If you love St. Petersburg, the only thing that you can like, one of the rare things, if you like the other kind of culture, is probably the thing that this is empty and dead. You kind of think of it as part of the positives. Yeah, Romanian gypsies, yeah, they are. You will find them in the city center, and nothing good to say about that, actually. Here are some in the city center. There's quite a few Russian influences also, by the way, because this channel is about Russian culture, traveling to Russia, so that's why I always speak from that point of view. That is my passion as well. By the way, we're gonna have speaking of Russian, well, right now the relations are maybe a little bit tight, but otherwise very a union country. Azerbaijan house, I don't know what you call Azerbaijan house, it's called. I've never been there, but and I do, you see, thing that I cannot do in Russia, go on the red lights, nobody cares. So yeah, I've been to, I have a choice to go to Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, many places, but it takes a lot of time and I won't be going. I would rather travel Russia. Personally, I would love to visit, but my time is money. Oh, is this Turkish? Turkish cuisine. Halı karnas. What is that? All right, these wooden houses, I think, are actually designed by Russian architecture. I think so. I used to work as a security for 5. Yeah. Well, there's the other thing, the Finnish gypsies, which have the origins in the Romanian gypsy, but they'll be living, I don't know how many centuries in Finland. That's a whole different, interesting minority group to talk about. Not on this channel, though. Plus, I'm not qualified. Finnish gypsies are very different because you get everything that Finnish citizen gets, or person who lives in Finland. Oh, is this Palestinian flag? Is this what is this? Anyways, so they're not begging on the streets at all, actually. So they're very different. They use their... I'm not qualified to speak. Google it, guys. This is... Oh shit, it smelled bad. All right, my friends, we are going closer to the center. Let's see how many drunks. Well, not many drunks yet. There won't be too many drunks, but it's gonna get... It is starting. Hold up. That fucking car blocked my trip now. Plus, let's go through here, right? There's a Maria's hospital down the road, which was visited. The connection to the Russian history is that it was visited by Her Highness, the Empress, back in the day, because it was a war hospital back during the I'm not sure when, actually, or maybe they just visited, but I know for a fact it was visited by the Empress. Go Google Maria's Hospital or Marian Sairaala here in Russia. You should find the video. All right, let's go. He's doing the right thing. He's not driving over. Kiitos, kiitos. Kiitos, Schmitus. Okay, this is crowded. For Finland, this means this is crowded. This is like a second center of Helsinki. Well, basically central area of Helsinki. People actually... One thing people do in Finland, which is good also, is that they give out, they recycle all aluminium cans produced in Finland or not in Finland, and what else? Plastic bottles. I think the percentage of recycling is like 99, which is very good. Hello, Tiger Meta Vision. Guys, remember, you can, if you want to support the channel and support my travels, Russia travels, Russia-related travels, or post-Soviet country travels that I plan to do more, check out, use Super Chat or PayPal or buy me coffee. Guys, I'm driving with one hand. In Russia, in St. Petersburg, I think it was St. Petersburg or Moscow, this one-wheel bikes, what you call them. You see? And I'm like, she said, don't drive on this road. Yeah, that's a very Finnish thing to do. Actually, I'm gonna drive twice as much because of that now. How'd you call those people that do those things? You know, she has to say, oh yeah, because all the three people do mind that are walking on the same, like, come on, babushka. I do respect the elderly, but I don't respect this characteristics of some Finnish people. It is written in the paper on the wall, you cannot drive on this side. But there's nobody here. You cannot, it's written in the paper. Who printed the paper? It doesn't matter, it's written on the paper. You must trust the paper. Funny. All right, and that's the railway station that used to be a railway network that was created by Russians, by the Tsar, under the Tsar rule. The whole network, yes. And because of military reasons. And then what else? The first railway station, main railway station, also was very different. It was more so Russian, more Imperial Russian. Now it's, well, I guess people like this. It was built actually during the Russian rule. It was finished just in the last year of the First World War. Let's go downstairs. Let's go through here actually, through the ghettos of Helsinki center. And what else, guys? So yeah, it's gonna get more crowded. Not this place though, whole different. You see people with these Mayday. Mayday is called Vappu in Finnish. So you have those, what you call those, balloons. Have balloons. People having balloons, even those who you would not expect to have balloons, like here. It's called Vappu spirits, maybe. I don't know. I've been celebrating Vappu. Plus, of course, people who have graduated gymnasium or college or gymnasium are wearing the white hats. And university people who have extra thing on the similar hats. First drunken guy. All right. So there you have, actually no, I can see right away that these are actually from, I think these are from Metropolis. I know different colors, different schools, different lines in schools. So the ones behind me, right there, is I think they're like business students in Metropolitan University of Applied Sciences. Preparations for the summer, which is coming way too slow, but I don't care. I'm not going to be spending much of the time in Finland, I hope. There you go. I would suspect these are from university. All right, I guess I'm just gonna go to the metro. You can see lots of, there's gonna be tons of more. People who have graduated can use them as well, but rarely are on Vappu, Mayday, mean. And guys, if you wanna know about me as a spokesperson of Finnish, well, one of them maybe, in my humble ways, is my student coveralls are probably one of the greatest ever. There's a lot of colors also that are in the student coveralls that are very popular. Red ones usually means like a nurse, usually nurse. Let me show you this. The second railway station in Helsinki. This is the epicenter, and this is probably the least nice place to be at. Least nice place, usually, because now it's cold, but you would have some bumps. You can see usually people pissing here, not usually, sometimes, drunks, addicts, Romanian gypsies, and people in between hanging around here, and some normal people. I mean, people with something to do. Man, I do not want to touch this. These are probably construction guys, probably not necessarily. And I don't know them all, guys. Hi Igor, how are you? Khabarovsk time, 8 p.m. Oh, nice. I would love to visit Khabarovsk. If everything works out, I have a special tour in Russia that I'm gonna reveal later, guys. In Grad 87, my ethnic cultural background is going to Ukrainian front to die. Anyways, no, they're not. I'm Ingrian, Finn, not Karelian. Was born in Baltics, but my background is not from Baltics, meaning ethnic background is not from Baltics. I do love Latvia, Soviet Latvia. Latvia, that's my history. All right, guys, check it out. Hold up. This is the train station. It's a okay looking building, but not nice place to be at. So you can see people going to different events pre Mayday. Oh, Russian language, nice. Pre Vapu celebrations. And here, by the way, this is this used to, by the way, I think Russian Tsar was only once. I mean, Nikolai II was only once in Helsinki. In Helsinki, only once. Unlike his father, Alexander III. And the only time they came here for, was it 8 hours and back, was in I think it was 15. And they went actually to visit, this was not yet finished railway station. And the Tsar visited this temporary hospital for First World War Russian soldiers who were stayed here or here, I'm not sure. Yeah, very little people, and people are annoyed if somebody is like walking around. So yeah, and this is like one of those places. And I'm gonna show you one more thing, by the way. I was not granted permission because I have, during the pandemic time, hold up, here's the hats, by the way, the Mayday hats. I have my own as well, but the white one. So I have my own, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm gonna actually leave Finland today. I don't wanna be sharing these events. And guys, so yes, here is an entrance to Imperial waiting room, which was later made as a presidential waiting room. Right behind this. Haven't been let in because they said you must have. Do you have a journalist pass? Fuck no, I don't. I'm not a freaking journalist. Well, I kind of am, but I mean, you know, in the traditional way. So that's the door where Nicholas II came through. And there's pictures online where you can see him coming out from the other side. I can show you that as well. I don't know, do you want to see it? Comment down below. So that's the waiting room. He waits for his people, committee who's seeing him. And yeah. And you have a picture from the other side. This is a place also where President later on died here. He had a heart attack. Let me show you the other side where Nicholas II came out, and you have some rare images. Well, rare images in a way, yeah. John Woo's birthday. John Woo is the action guy, right? The director. All right, let me show you Nicholas II coming out of the Imperial room. That's actually also Mikonkatu, which originates from, was it Tsar's brother, who was also like, I don't know what's his status, hierarchy, but Mikhail, translated to Mikonkatu later on. There's a lot of Russian streets in Helsinki which Finnish people have no clue, because they don't even have a clue about the positivity. They have only negativity spilled by their propaganda media. Anyways, guys, this is, you can see the images. Nicholas II, Helsinki, 1915. This is where he came. He was greeted by the car. He saluted the driver, and they drove to Uspensky Cathedral, and then to Nicholas Cathedral, which is now Helsinki Cathedral. All created by Russian, not Russians, by Russian, decisions. And the other one also by the Russian architect, Uspensky Cathedral. Other one was, of course, by Engel, which was invited personally and decided personally by Alexander I, who envisioned Helsinki instead of the village that it was, with 4,000 people living, and becoming a great capital of Grand Duchy of Finland, part of Russia. Спасибо, Maxim. So yeah, I still want to visit that, but probably not, because I want to underline the fact that it's Emperor's Palace, Emperor's VIP room. I don't care what it was since 1918. My interest is in, concerning Finland is just historical. All right, guys, let's go into the metro. I know you're gonna love that. Guys, I should create like a tour, a Russian tour of Helsinki especially. My channel actually covers a lot more than Helsinki, but Brother Russian Emperor Alexander I. Exactly. Thank you, EPR. But basically that's what I said without exact details. I know my shit. How you going to the market square too? Nah. I'm leaving Finland. I used to be there, of course, during my student times or during I guess I was a student culture influencer, the only rap artist in Finnish history. And with that content, with student brand, we have more Metropoly students. And no, I'm not alumni of Metropoly. And even though I've seen and commented about their coveralls. Well, nah, Jonathan, not exactly. Nobody says they want. That's something that Finnish propaganda would like to think, because they can spread the fear. But nobody in Russia says that. Maybe some crazies. Oh, here you go. Here we are, Romanian gypsies. There you go, my friends. This is the Helsinki railway station. It smells because of this store that sells different flavors. It smells like, smell that you cover, is it barf? So it smells bad always. In a weird bad, even though it's supposed to be good. Shit, everything is broken here. Yeah, I know Team 7. These are selling Apu, which is traditional students, university students magazine. People already drinking a bit. Yeah, this is the day that, in Finland people are drinking publicly. And it's quite normal, even though people are supposed to be civilized. And this is the huge station. It looks bigger because of the wide angle. It actually like this. I'm not gonna continue longer on. Guys, as you know, I'm not excited about filming these spots. I love to live stream. And this is a way to talk to you guys. This is not my core location at all. It's super boring. It would be less boring at night, like around 5, 6. But it's gonna be just drunken mess. You don't wanna see that. Is it my metro? Please don't be. Fucking. Yes. Shit. This is Helsinki center. This is the what you call this? Railway station, Rautatien tori. Station called railway station. That guy was not feeling good. Yeah, it's boring as hell. Not for the camera especially. But people like boring, you know, but I don't. I want to say St. Petersburg, Russia. The most little town in Russia is more interesting. And it's not only about like cameras. I feel better right there, guys. It's not about only that for the camera. I'm talking about from camera perspective for the chat. But otherwise I could expand saying, you know, it's just boring to live daily life. But I do understand that a lot of people like it. Happiest place on earth? Hell no. I think it's an inside joke here. But Finnish people like to win because it's a quite rare thing. So I guess that's a rare occasion where they can say so. I'm gonna go to the next metro. Let's see what's if we get a window seat. Haapasalo, cool actor. Not really. He's a cool actor because he knew how to switch during the beginning of the crisis. Switch sides just to save his ass. But yeah, good con artist. He's okay actor actually, but the only reason he's known, only in Russia especially. In Finland he's known because of his Russian fame. I don't know, has he done anything? What the hell, guys? I told you people gonna get drunk as SF. Even more so than normally. And I'm so civilized, I don't do that. Guys, remember me in Moscow, overnight in Moscow, when I drank like a liter of vodka. Then we had this epic stream where like I basically fell asleep in metro. It was crazy. Let's go. I'm gonna show, if we get a window seat, I'm gonna continue. Otherwise it's not my metro. But they all both go the same direction until they just change the ending. Of course, fuck. I'm going to show you from the window what I can. I don't know how people can get, how can they get so crowded in a country where there was so little people, you know. It's crazy. West of Stockholm. Stockholm is super nice. It's interesting, the background of University of Helsinki, by the way. The influence of the Russian Tsar. These are beautiful railway stations of Helsinki. Not. He's a Finn. Who is Finn? Partially, a little bit. Ingrid Finn, for that matter. To explain more. This is one of the first stations as well. Helsinki's and Finland's only metro line. Helsinki was created in 80s. So you can see some, well, it's renovated. It's been renovated for it's opened last year. Let's see. It's better looking than it was, but you tell me. Here you go. This place, by the way, if you want to go to the ghettoist location at Kallio, this is the place to leave. It's this is something you're gonna see every day. Actually, is Kallio. You're gonna the few live streams that I did from Kallio. Remember, I promise you're gonna see some drug addicts and drunks, and you got that in the first 15 seconds as we entered Kallio. The one day that I decided to live stream. Actually, no. To go to Kallio, either from Hakaniemi, the previous one, or from Sörnen, and this is the epicenter of drug needles. Looked very uneased. She looked around for 20 times. But if you live in hold up. So I showed my ticket because I showed my ticket. That's why you didn't see my stream. But yeah, they have a lot of checkpoints because there's a lot of people traveling without tickets. And in Russia you don't need to do that because you cannot enter. You cannot enter without ticket. So guys, you're gonna see something nice actually right now. Hold up.
Kalasatama. Ovet aukeavat junan oikealta puolelta. Fiskehamnen. Dörrarna öppnas på tågets högra sida.
Hello, Lady T.
The doors will open on the right-hand side.
They ask for, if they don't have the tickets, they ask. Usually they have some bigger guys with them, so yeah, they do throw you out. But first they write you a ticket for 100 euros. So the fine is 100 euros, and if you don't have the ticket, you're gonna pay the fine plus a separate ticket. If you don't pay the ticket, Mello went 100 euros. And you usually see some people running away from it. But I was here and I look suspicious probably. There you go. So the guy who was sitting next to us actually got the fine. Well, he looked like he was getting a fine. And yes, in Finland, of course, I said, this is so boring. Of course, this is Finland. But for once, it's gonna get really beautiful for now, guys. Look at this. This is a cool thing about in Helsinki, the sea. Now he's complaining. So yeah, the guy basically, people who don't pay the tickets, basically, if you don't afford, actually us who pay taxes have to pay for them as well. So nice country, right? You can be a freeloader 100% in this country, unfortunately. Yes, mellow wine, it's nice. You can be a resident of Sochi by applying for temporary residence permit from Russia. And then just basically living in Sochi, then you'll have a residency in Russia and in the city of Sochi. Now the guy's actually, oh my god, throwing up. These are the things that you do not have in Russia, with the population over 10 times bigger in St. Petersburg, for example. You don't see this type of, even this is pretty decent, very decent right now. But usually, you know, you get all kinds of people. But yeah, this is the East Helsinki side. We're still in quite central, and hold up, a lot of sea, which is nice. We drove like 10 minutes from Helsinki center, and this is like literally, and this is a good thing. This is the place where people can grow their own food. So check it out, this is Herttoniemi. This is one of those quote-unquote nice places, actually. Well, it's not, it's horrific. At least Herttoniemi, the old Herttoniemi, then there's a new one. The vision is clear. Yes, Lady T. Finnish nature is one of the great things, but that's a whole different content. And what the... And they're still checking out the people. They're writing some people down. Is there gonna be a fight? All right, my friends, let's leave it like that. Have a nice Mayday. I'm gonna do some editing tonight. and I hope to see you soon in Russia. I will let you know in the community post. Hope you subscribe, push like this, like, and see you soon, my friends. Check out Siilitie. Siili is a hedgehog, the road of hedgehog. Funny names when you actually translate them, and I do like this combination of mind rock and concrete. Very First World War-ish. Hey, look. Oh, my back. These places here and all around, there's a lot of First World War bases from the Russian Empire, and I'm the only one in Finland who has video filmed them all around 300 of them. Bases 36 and stations around 300. Graffiti everywhere. And these are not the bad ones, actually. Alright, see you guys in the new videos. I have new Moscow vlogs coming up on this channel tonight
Itäkeskus.
and tomorrow, every day.
Ovet aukeavat junan oikealta puolelta.
Take care, guys.
Östra Centrum.
Lady C, funny.
Högra sida.
Alright, my friends. Bye bye, everybody. I'm entering the ghetto area. Have to be careful. Somebody might steal the phone. Try to steal the phone. It's Itäkeskus. Google Itäkeskus. Bye bye, y'all. Thanks for watching. Galina, Lady T, everybody. Bye bye.
Junat mellon